Thank you.
Thank you.
What's this?
From Denver.
Denver? Well, that's a coincidence, isn't it?
Yes, Chris Chapin died in Denver. You expecting anything?
No. No. Well, come on, let's not leave Felicia all on her own. I'll open this later. No.
Grant, I just buried my father today. I was wondering if you could maybe give me, say, 24 hours before you start at me about Kirkland.
Look, I'm not here to trade insults. I'm here because our son ran away
No,
from
he
home.
didn't run away, as a matter of fact.
He left your home and he came to mine. Call it what you want. He was upset.
What do you expect? His grandfather was buried today. How's a little boy supposed to feel?
Sad. Loss. I'm glad I was there.
I'm glad you were there, too. Where are we going with this?
What if I hadn't been there when he rang the doorbell?
Oh.
I mean, a little boy alone on his bike.
Oh, no, I get it.
Get what? What do you get?
I mean, why don't you just cut to the point now?
My concern for my son is genuine.
And your attitude towards me is a bunch of bull.
What are you talking about?
All of this spirit of cooperation, the sympathy you showed at my father's funeral, this whole new Grant thing. Well, what kind of a fool do you think I am? Because it's always the same. You're always trying to take Kirkland away from me. Jake.
Why don't you tell me what's going on between you and Vicky?
I don't want to miss my flight.
Those people survived Tenement Square. I'm sure they can do a couple of days without Marley Hudson.
I hardly saw Vicky, Jake.
That's right, but when you did, then you walked out of your father's funeral. I mean, I've heard of people having trouble saying goodbye, but that's overdoing it a little bit, don't you think?
I'd rather not talk about my father.
So why don't we talk about Vicky? You should know. You should know better than anyone what she's going through. People are asking her what's going on. It's killing her.
Well, I'm sorry, that can't be helped.
What are you talking about? Somebody, your family dies. You're supposed to stick together and support each other. This is weird.
What is?
What is? Usually you're the one giving me this lecture, you know?
I'm sorry if I've
You're
hurt
running.
anyone.
You are running.
What?
You heard what I said. Why don't you just come clean? Well, this may be a new concept to you, but maybe I can help.
If you really want to know what's going on, Jake,
I do.
then you've come to the wrong person. Ask Vicky.
So Vicky knows what's bugging you.
You saw us talking before the
You
service.
told her what's bothering you.
Let's just say we were honest with each other.
Vicky said she could never lie to you. Must be the twin thing.
Must be.
All right, so look, you can't lie to each other. You can't get away with a thing in front of me. I mean, ever since Vicky and I grew up, which is about a year ago, it's never too late, though. We, just don't lie to each other anymore.
Nothing more important.
Vicky is trying to guess why you took off. I mean, she's taking this hard. She was counting on you.
Well, I'm sorry about that. To paraphrase an old rock star, can't always get what you want. And I'm quite sure that my father didn't want to die. Alone. Cold.
I understand.
Do you?
You didn't want to face the funeral because you weren't there with Michael when he died at the end.
That's it. Yeah.
Well, you're angry with Vicky because of that?
Why would I be angry with Vicky?
I don't know, maybe because she spent more time with Michael in the last couple of years.
Jake, I chose to live thousands of miles
I mean,
away.
you had your reasons.
I just didn't know that there was so little time left.
How could you know that? How could anyone know that?
I just didn't see him very much at the end.
No, don't.
Just-
Don't you start feeling guilty. There's no reason to run away because you feel guilty. Do you have any idea how proud your father was of you being in China?
He was?
If I heard him say it once, I heard him 1,000 times. My Marley, she's not just writing checks, she's helping people out.
Did he really
Would I
say
lie to you?
No. No, you wouldn't.
Sound like you meant that.
What you said at my father's funeral, it was beautiful.
I was just trying to do right by Michael.
You helped Vicky through Ryan's death.
I kept her in junk food.
Donna says you kept Vicky together. Donna says you've changed.
Yeah.
Vicky's very lucky to have a man like you, a good man like you in her life, Jake. What is it? What's wrong?
What I said to you earlier about you not being guilty. I said that because I know who is guilty.
You do?
Yeah.
I'm telling you, the events in Embers in the Snow are really coming true.
Somebody's doing this?
I don't know. I don't know what to think.
You seem genuinely concerned.
Yes, it doesn't seem to be fun anymore.
Listen, I tell you both something. You promise you won't say anything to Cass.
Promise.
Sure.
The character in the book, the villain, actually, is a lawyer.
Well, Cass isn't going to take umbrage at that.
Well, there's more. His name, I'm embarrassed to tell you this, is Winthrop Crass.
But no wonder you don't want Cass to know.
Well, he knows about the character. In fact, he lectured me for over half an hour on my lack of loyalty. But what he doesn't know is what happens to the character.
What happens to him?
Winthrop dies in the end of the book.
How?
Oh, dear.
I think somebody kills him.
Oh, worse.
Well, I don't know. I can't...
You can't
I
remember?
can't seem to remember.
Well, that happens to all of us.
Oh, no. It's worse than that. I've blanked out the whole book. Look, I went to my own library to take out my first edition. It was stolen.
Out of your home?
Yes. I know, that's very creepy, but the police found that book. It was in a place where Wally sometimes lives. Now, I was there with Etta Mae and Chris and Tony and Cass.
Sounds like a party.
Well, yeah, we were having fun. You know, sort of like our own little mystery thing was going on. But then I went to look at the last chapter.
Mm-hmm. And?
The demise of Winthrop Crass. It's been cut out of the book with a razor blade.
Well, good heavens, who's doing that?
I don't know. I thought in the beginning, you know, this was sort of just a hoot we were up. But now I'm really starting to take this very seriously.
Well, what are the police doing about it?
They're trying to pin the whole thing on Wally.
Our Wally?
Yes, our Wally. You know, Cass has always been on this kick about Wally from the beginning, ever since his office was broken into.
Wait a second. Cass's office
Oh,
was
yeah, I
broken
forgot
into?
that part. His office was broken into, but That's also part of the book.
What do you mean,
Was
the story?
Was
Yes.
anything stolen?
No. No, but Cass is convinced that it's Wally. And so the police, when they find him, you know what they're going to do. They're going to arrest him.
They're going to ruin his life, and
Right.
then the real person will go free.
Embers in the Snow, I believe, is out of print.
Right.
But I think we have a copy of it on file.
Of course we do.
Oh, God, I was hoping you would say that. Now, listen, is this too much trouble,
Of course
Cass?
it isn't. Don't be silly.
No, it's on our database.
I'll get in touch with Rita and see if she can modem the last chapter here to the house.
Thank God for Carl.
I say that prayer every single day.
So, we'll just, you know, read the missing chapter. Here, you want this?
And then you'll figure out what it is that, here, I'll hold on.
Thank you.
What it is that you decided was a fitting demise for your very, willing villain.
Right, and then whatever it is I wrote, I'll just make sure that it doesn't happen to Cass. Good.
Donna?
Could I get you something?
Why don't you sit down?
Did you notice that Marley left the funeral?
When was the last time you had something to read?
Oh, I don't know. Maybe yesterday. I haven't really been hungry.
I'll forage.
Cass, you don't have to do that. It's okay.
I know.
It's Jake. Listen, I'm heading to the airport to try to stop Marley from leaving. Don't worry, I'm going to bring her back. She and Vicky can work out whatever their problem is.
Grant. Now, please, Stephen and Kirkland are my whole life, and I'm certainly not going to defend myself as a mother to you.
Please
So,
keep your voice down. Kirkland's been through enough today.
would you not tell me how to behave? And don't think I'm going to let you take advantage of what happened this morning,
I'm not taking
because...
advantage of anything. I'm trying to talk to you about the welfare of our son. This household is careening out of control.
Well, maybe if we could stop going to funerals, we could get things a little more organized for you.
Victoria, I'm telling you, I understand.
All right.
2 deaths in 1 week. One of them is your father. You're overwrought and
No,
you're grieving.
I'm not too wrought to take care of my own children.
Why don't you give yourself a break?
Why don't you give me a break?
Listen, I'd like to give you a break. Let him spend the night with me, okay?
Excuse me?
In your heart of hearts, you know it's the best thing.
You will take that child out of this house over my dead body. Jake told me how nice you were about Kirkland coming over to your place this morning, how understanding. Well, I'm no fool. Know that.
Listen to yourself.
What?
You're paranoid and you're threatening her. You're in no shape to parent that boy right now. Why don't you take the night off?
I'm sure you would never dream of using that against me, would you? Maybe say in a custody hearing, oh, Your Honor, my ex-wife, she just begged me to take that child out of my house, and in her heart of hearts, she knows that she's not fit to be a full-time mother. Something like that?
You're out of control.
What are you
Don't let him hear you like this.
Like what? My father died. I'm gonna have days when I feel a lot worse than this.
Then spare your son the pain of seeing you like this.
What, sad? Sad? Is that it? Devastated? At least it's something real.
What kind of new age nonsense is
Grant,
that?
people die. People cry. They're sad about it. Kirkland is not going to grow up in a bubble like you did.
My father showered me with affection.
Your father turned you into a machine. You can't think about anybody but yourself. But Kirkland is going to grow up in the real world. He's going to cry. He's going to see that his mother cries. He's going to feel things. He's going to know that we're going to get through this.
Well, the bottom line is, that boy thinks of my house as a safe place. He left here and he came to my house. What's wrong with him spending the night at my house?
He's staying in my house. Go home to your bride. Hello.
Why did you let Jake go after Marley?
What are you talking about?
He's gone to the airport to try to stop her.
I see.
What if she tells him?
Well, maybe that's for the best.
Victoria, what's the matter with you? You've got to think of Jake.
I am.
What if she tells him that you were in the cabin with Shane?
All right, all right. You know something? You're right. I should be there.
What's that, another emergency?
Sweetheart, could you come out here for a second?
Victoria, what's wrong?
Honey, come here. I need you to put your coat on.
Where are you taking him? Where are you taking him?
Mommy's got to step out for a few minutes, okay? I'm going to drop you off at the Gellers.
Listen,
All right with
that's
that?
not necessary. I can stay here with him until you come back or Jake comes back. Victoria, I'm his father.
I love you.
Don't worry, Mommy.
Okay.
What should we do first, champ?
Video games.
Video games. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go.
It's okay. Just keep it together. Keep it together. Keep it together. Oh, my God. What else could go wrong?
It's all my fault. I mean, I wanted Shane out of our lives.
He was in love with Vicky. If
You don't understand, Marley. I wanted him dead. Dead. I mean, there he was. The man was dying of some incurable disease, and everyone is standing around and praying for some cure, and I'm back of my mind, standing over his grave with a shovel of dirt.
I've had my share of revenge fantasies.
Probably on me.
Jake, Shane recovered, right?
He recovered to die in an accident.
It wasn't your
with
fault. Do you understand? It wasn't your fault. You
Understand? If
can't...
I just would have gone
After
up
what Vicky's done... I'm sorry. After what Shane has done...
What do you mean?
Shane,
What did he do?
know, showing up at the church, trying to ruin your wedding. If you feel a sense of relief that he's out of the picture, I think it's completely understandable. Please don't blame yourself. Jake, I've got to catch this flight.
Please, Marley, take a later
I can't.
flight.
There aren't
Why
that
don't
many
you just come
connections
back
to
the
Beijing.
college?
That's
It'd
not
be good for the
possible.
kids. Do you know what you're doing to Vicky?
Do you know what Vicky has...
Listen. Whatever Vicky did to
I
you,
didn't say she did
can't
anything to
leave
me,
it
Jake.
like this, Marley. Now, I'm begging you, tell me what happened.
You know, I can't believe that you and Matthew are not speaking.
Well, I don't like it. But more importantly, I don't understand what's driving him.
How are you going to ever find out if you're not talking to him?
Oh, he's not listening to me. He wants everyone in the whole world to believe I'm married to a murderer.
Come on, Carl isn't exactly a saint.
Oh, please, Felicia. He is entirely different person than the person he
Hey.
used to be.
You can't seem to forgive Matthew. And yet I know you've given Carl any number of second
This
chances.
is totally different. You know what Matthew's done. You're just not understanding.
I am understanding. And you're right, Carl has proven his love.
Again and again,
Yes, I
he
know.
has.
What'd you come up
Lisa,
with?
this is
Tell
very
me,
strange.
please. What happened to the character? Who murdered him?
But I can't tell you that. We have all 53 of your novels on the database. All except the last novel. Embers in the Snow.
Oh, my God.
Okay. 5 or a 4? You don't have it, do you? Huh? You don't have it, do you?
5, I'm out.
Oh, man, I was wrong. robbed. I was robbed. I was robbed.
I won every game.
You. I've had such a good time with you tonight.
Me too.
I wish we could do this all the time. Maybe I can take you home with me sometime.
Mom needs me now.
Sometimes moms and dads have to take care of themselves, Kirkland.
Even when I have nightmares?
Your mom is having nightmares? What, are you holding on to me? Listen, if Vicky said or did something so stupid, it's not going to help you by getting on that plane and taking off.
It might help me.
Oh, that's good. You're going to punish Vicky.
Vicky never gets punished. She always talks her way out of everything. You should know that better than anyone.
What are you telling me? Whatever went down between you two is so awful that neither one of you are ever going to get over it.
Why are you leaning on me? She's in so much pain. Why don't you go to her?
Rhonda, you're the one that's shutting down. You're the one I'm worried about right now.
I'm sorry if it seems that way, Jake.
Oh, don't be sorry. Why don't you just fix it?
Not this time.
What happened?
Jake, go home.
Listen to me first. You're always going to be sitting on a bum. Your sisters. So before you decide that you should go to neutral corners here, why don't you stop for 1 second and realize how much you love each other? Come on, Ronnie, tell me. Let me help.
I just realized who you remind me of. Michael.
And if that's true, why don't you let it out, because it can't do you any good to keep that kind of pain inside.
Go ahead, please. Tell him. Afraid I just can't lie to the two of you. Not today. Marley, please. Jake tried everything but truth serum to get me to tell him the truth. All right, wait. I'm just going to cut to the chase here. This is my fault. That would be like blaming yourself for the rain. Some things just can't be helped.
What things?
Guess I had everybody fooled, didn't I? Me, strong one. I don't think so. Harley. No, please, just let me get this out. Maybe you're right, Jake. Maybe I should be sharing my grief with my family, but I just can't right now. Looking at Vicky, it's like looking in a mirror. Seeing my own pain look right back at me.
You buy this?
And I just can't do it right now. I just can't look at her. Her, you, everybody. It just magnifies everything.
So that's why you walked out of your dad's funeral?
I just can't look at her right now.
No, honey, you weren't looking at me. You weren't looking at me, and I was trying to say how your father would want everyone to forgive each other.
I'm sorry, it's all the truth, all the explanation I can give you right now, so if you just let me go, just...
You're telling me there's nothing we can do?
I just want to get on that plane.
I don't get this. You're not like this.
Yes, this is what I'm like. When my father dies in a senseless accident. Jake, give us a minute. I don't have time. No, please, Jake.
If you think it'll do any good.
Not this time.
I'll be right over there.
It was very convincing. I'm a very good liar when it's necessary. And it was. Riley, I would have understood if you told him the truth. I would have. It's your conscience, Vicky.
Cass, I really can't.
You can't eat, I know. Do it anyway. Good.
You know where I was supposed to be tonight?
Where?
On a plane with Michael. He was going to take me on a vacation. After we got Nick and Sophia married, we were going to take some time to be together.
I'm sorry.
My suitcases are just inside my bedroom door, and I keep stepping around them because I'm trying to pretend that they're not there.
You want help unpacking?
No, thanks. I can do it by myself.
Sure. You have all my numbers. Home, office, cell phone.
Thanks. I'll be fine. Thanks.
Nothing brings them back to us. Calling me won't change that, but I've been told that my voice can put a woman to sleep. So, 2 in the morning, whenever, don't think twice.
You know, when you came into the church, and I looked at you,
Yes.
you get it, don't you?
Oh, I get it. Yeah.
How are we going to find out what's going to happen to Cass?
Felicia, Cass will be fine.
The man, or whoever it is, deleted my whole book from the Corey computer.
Well, we have new staff over there. I mean, perhaps it could have been an accident.
No, I don't believe in accidents, not
Well,
anymore.
what are you saying? That somebody's actually taking the events from your book and is doing them?
I'm going to have to tell Cass. He's going to kill me.
Oh?
Oh, a poor choice of words.
I'll say. You're going to tell him now?
I have to. I may have handed Cass a death sentence.
Oh, don't be silly. You did not.
If I hadn't written this, Rachel, it wouldn't be coming true. My closest and dearest friend, my present company excluded, may be in danger of being murdered.
What?
Oh, my God, I just thought of something.
What?
I see a man with a club. He's holding it over someone's head and... God.
What?
I'm not even sure if it's the right book.
I'll be home. Call me.
I'm not even sure I can call you. By the time I tell Cass, he may hit me over the head with a club.
Oh. Well, let's see what this is.
Yeah, let's.
imagine telling Jake I do. But then I see the look on his face and the hurt, and I just... The time to tell him would have been before the wedding. Why'd you do it? Why'd you marry him, Vicky? Because I love him. You should have stayed on that boat. Shane would be alive. Our father would be alive. You wouldn't be breaking Jake's heart. But no, you just couldn't do it, could you? Why? Couldn't waste a perfectly good wedding dress? Was that it? Why? Why did you have to come back here and put us all through this hell? Molly, I went to Shane's boat right before your wedding. Because you told me to. You told me to go there to talk to him, to work it out, that maybe it would make it easier for him to let go. You told me to. Why would he let go? You kept proving to him how much you wanted him. No, I didn't want Shane. But you went to the lodge, didn't you? The worst storm in years. I just didn't feel like I could let him give up on his research. Research. That's what we're calling it now. You don't understand what happened. I know you ended up in bed with Shane. No, that's not why I went up there. Well, Michael must have thought so. That's why I went after you. I didn't make love to Shane. I didn't. Saved by a technicality. Don't you understand? Something else came out of that night. I realized that Jake is the man I want. I couldn't get to him fast enough, Molly. That's why I was in the car. That's why well, your realization cost Shane and our father their lives. Congratulations. You hate me. I wish it were that simple. We're at a dead end. No, don't say that, please. We've been here before. We can work through this. We're sisters. Down the road. There's nothing for us. Don't say that. I've lost my father. And I've lost the other part of myself. You, Marley. I'm sorry, please. I'm so sorry. I'm afraid that's not going to work this time. You told me the truth. And God, I wish I'd never heard it. I don't expect you to forgive me. I can't forgive myself. Well, while you're beating yourself up, you still have your loyal husband who loves you. I would have understood if you told him the truth. I would have. You were straight with me tonight, weren't you? Shoved the truth right down my throat. So let me be just as straight with you. If I had told Jake the truth about you and Shane, and it ruined your marriage, I'd always wonder, did I do it because I want Jake for myself?
Wiley.
I'll be damned.
What is it?
It's my appointment book.
You've been looking all over for
I
that.
certainly have. My whole life is in here.
Well, wait a second. What was that doing in Denver? And how did he get out there?
Calamari. Well, of course I'm at Carlino's. Excuse me, young lady. Let's keep this straight now. I'm the parent, you're the child, okay? So how was your flight? Was it all right? Cool. Yeah. Well, I just called to tell you that I miss you. No, 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 no. You tell Emma I said she can't keep you. Okay, I'll see you soon. I love you, Charlie. Toodaloo. Wow. Turn around and they're gone.
A real man holds a lady's chair.
I didn't realize you considered Winthrop Crass to be a man at all.
Shut up.
Would you care for some squid?
That'd be disgusting.
Is that a bead of perspiration I detect on your perfect brow? Let me guess. You found out how Embers in the Snow ends.
Say it out loud. You never know who might be listening
Oh,
here.
honey, Embers in the Snow is not exactly a hot ticket item in this underworld crowd here.
I do have something I have to tell you.
You didn't get it, did you?
There doesn't seem to be a copy in town. I even had Carl check Corey Publishing computer files, but I do remember one small detail of the missing material.
Yeah? Well, let me have it. Come on. Winthrop Crass gets what's coming to him, doesn't he?
Oh, yeah, does he ever?
Well, I'm waiting. What, he loses his money?
Worse,
His hair?
his life.
His what?
Winthrop Crass dies.
Well, that just about answers it. I do believe that confirms the fact that I've lost my touch.
No. No, never. I'm tired. Grant,
Hey, listen to me. Don't worry about Grant. Leave Grant to me. Vicky, thing with Marley, the way that she left and some of the things she said, I got some trouble with that.
Jake, she told you the truth. It just hurts her too much to be around me right now.
I don't buy that.
Well, you have to. So do I.
She'll be back. I still love you, you know that?
You're all I want. You know that?
Good enough.
Jake. I mean, you're all I want in this whole world. I told Marley that tonight.
Come on, let's go to bed.
I'm gonna stay out here and count some stars.